Hey, what's going on everybody? This is G and I'm funkin' hungry. In this video, we're going to try another of the Cadbury Slices range. This one is Caramilk and it's Hedgehog. So caramelized white chocolate with almond pieces, toasted coconut and rice crisps. So it's pretty similar to the crackle one we took a look at, but obviously it's Caramilk and then there's a couple of different flavors. There's almonds and it's Caramilk obviously. But I'll leave the nutrition information on screen for you if you're interested in taking a look. Also, I'll leave the ingredients on screen if you want to pause and go through that. But like always, we'll go through the basic ingredients. Caramelized white chocolate with Rice Crisp, almond pieces and toasted coconut. So product contains caramelized white chocolate, 84%, Rice Crisps, 7%, almond pieces, 5%, and coconut, 3.5%. Now, as I mentioned in the last video, if you haven't seen it, I'll go through it again. Cadbury Slices range, their new range, is basically taking iconic Australian bakery items or desserts, and they're making it into a block of chocolate. So basically a hedgehog is a slice, so it has sort of like chocolate on top and it has a little bit more, I guess, cookie or crunchy bits in between. But yeah, it's a slice, you know, you get like a wedge, a slice, and you normally just obviously cut off squares and serve it up. But this one, I believe, normally a hedgehog doesn't have Caramilk, so this is just a Caramilk. It's normally milk chocolate. But obviously, Caramilk is a little bit more new, especially in Australia. And I'm not really sure if hedgehogs traditionally have nuts, but let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But I just don't really remember nuts inside them. You know, it's a little bit like a Rocky Road in a way. Like that's something a little bit similar, where it's just sort of all these ingredients meshed together, and then you lay it out, and then you cut it up and so forth. But let's bust this open and have a look. Let's give it a bit of a funkin' hungry sniff. Oh yeah, Caramilk. I know some people don't like Caramilk, but it just has such a lovely flavour and smell to it. And it's funny, I'm not like a huge white chocolate fan. As I've got older, I've kind of appreciated or I like white chocolate more. But yeah, it used to be sort of like the type of chocolate that, you know, like old ladies or something would probably eat, or maybe like, you know, like a little child that hasn't developed their taste buds. White chocolate these days, they do a lot of different types of white chocolate. A lot of different chocolate with white chocolate. But yeah, this is obviously Caramilk, which is caramelized white chocolate, so it has more of a rich and different flavor to it. But you can see on the back the almonds and the Rice Crisp. And you know, you can't really see the coconut that well, but you can kind of see like just little flecks of a different colour in there. So let's bust some off and give it a taste. Am I going to be able to do one little square again? Almost. A little bit worse than last time. So again, you can see the airy, crispy, Rice Crispy pieces in this. It's going to be interesting with the almond pieces as well. But let's give it a taste. Cheers. Whoa. Wow. A lot of crunch on this one compared to the crackle one that I tried. This has a lot of crunch. It must be that almond in here. It adds a lot more of a crunch. Lovely flavour. The Caramilk is really good. Pairs nicely with the Rice Krispies and the almonds. The coconut gets a little bit lost in this one. It might add a little bit of flavour or sweetness to it, but it doesn't seem to sort of mesh as well as the crackle. I'll have to have another piece before I give it a rating. Caramilk is, like always, absolutely lovely, creamy, delicious. It goes well with these flavours. They don't seem to marry or mix as well as the crackle one. Alright, I'll give this a try and then we'll give it a rating. So that piece I enjoyed a lot. I guess I kind of got used to the idea. It definitely has a lot more crunch than the crackle version of the slices, the Dairy Milk Slices crackle. It's got a lot more of a crunch to it. It's got this snap to it. But the flavours aren't too bad. You know, like really creamy, caramelised white chocolate. You got the Rice Krispies that do add a crunch to it, but they kind of come and go quite quickly. You add a bit of crunch, but then that almond takes over. The almond flavour is dominant here. So you get that sort of like nut flavour. You get that almond flavour. The coconut does seem to get a little lost in here, I found. But, you know, maybe as I eat more, the coconut flavour might come out more. So I'm going to have to give this one a rating of 7.5 out of 10. Still a lovely block of chocolate. But, I don't know, I just feel like the crackle flavour worked more. It does sort of remind you of, like, some of the bakery items, some of the desserts. Like, it reminds you of a chocolate crackle. But, yeah, the hedgehog doesn't really remind me of a hedgehog. You know, I guess it's in a block of chocolate. So, obviously it's a block of chocolate version. It's caramel as well. But eating this, it doesn't have the same texture and just vibe as a hedgehog does. But I would recommend, if you do like caramel, if you do like hedgehog, you like Rice Krispies, you like almond and coconut and that sort of stuff, give it a try, because this is definitely a lovely block of chocolate, but I'm just comparing it to the crackle. So my rating for the price, in the last video, if you haven't watched it, I mentioned that I did get it on special. So I paid $2.75 for this on special from Woolworths, which is definitely a good price. I'd be happy to pay for that again. But we have to go by the normal price, which I believe is $5.50, which is a little bit too much. So my rating for the price, I'm going to give them 5.5 out of 10. Like, it's an average price, so it's an average score. But let me know if you've tried Cadbury's new Slices range. If you tried the Caramel Hedgehog version, do you agree or disagree with what I've said? I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. Do you think it reminded you of a hedgehog? Let me know. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please like, please subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This was G from Funkin' Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.